Oh, Joanne had the sniffles. And I remember Mom saying, "Now, Joanne, if you get sick, you can't see the baby." And at that moment, it became real to me. It's like, there's gonna be a baby.
I saw Den a couple days after he was born and I went, oh, what a, yeah, nice kid.
All you do is sit and read the encyclopedia. And everybody said, gee, he is so smart. Well, shit, I'd be smart too if I read the encyclopedia every day.
I think Den was in first grade, maybe second, and we were riding to school, we were carpooling, and
he got in between Mom and Tom.
He sat with his briefcase like this.
And Tom let one rip.
And then Dennis threw up in the car.
He just puked his guts up.
It was quite an exciting event.
Happy birthday, Den!
Den was 8, I was 6, Scott was 4. Scott put Mom's keys in the light socket, acting like that light socket was a car. And couldn't find the keys. My dad's looking for the keys. He finds the keys. He asks who put the keys in the light socket, and Scott said Bob did it. Den remained silent. Den knew Scott put him in there, and he sold me out. My own brother Dennis sold me out.
You know, I never wore a hat my entire adult life, frankly because they don't make them to fit my head. But when Den's around, he makes me look normal. I mean, in 8th grade, he was simply known as Head.
Dan, you know when we went to Lake McClure, remember we were walking on the dock, you know, and you kind of were shuffling your feet, you had your thongs on, and you got that big old splinter. Nobody wanted to touch you. You remember that, right? You sat down, get that splinter out of you. Everybody about crapped on themselves because that splinter was so huge. I thought you should know. I saved that splinter.
Den reached over to grab a piece of chicken, and he pulled out a chicken neck, and it still had the fried skin on there and pin feathers. It looked like a hairbrush.
He ate the piece of chicken,
Hair
the
and
neck,
all?
hair and all.
What really sticks out about Dennis is all the parking tickets he got. He went to UCLA and John wanted to take the car away from him.
The thing I really remember about Dennis is when he told me that he couldn't believe how Uncle Jerry could get somebody as good looking as Aunt Loopy.
Den certainly loves to ask a lot of questions. Loves to ask questions about school, about your job. But I just answer as goddamned questions and just move on.
Man, the guy just can never keep his hands off people. When he's in town, he seems like he always wants to wrestle. I guess I'm just tired of kicking his ass.
We went to San Francisco Giants versus the Cubs in spring training like a million years ago. And we were standing before the game, and Mark Race was going to give out a ball. And there was a bunch of kids at the rail, and then there was like some older guy, and he was yelling out, "Hey Mark, how about a ball for a big kid or something?" And we just kind of looked with disgust, and Dan looks at me and goes, "That fucking leech."
I can always count on Den to be home for the holidays because he loves my food. He hates my dog, but yes, he loves my food.
Oh man, that guy gives out the best gifts. Like one year he gave me a Powerpuff Girl coloring book.
Fuck, I don't have anything, he's just weird as shit.
You're dead. Yeah, that's a goal.
Go!
He had this extra piece of skin he used to play with right by his butt.
Family picnic circa 2000, kids fishing in a sewage-infested creek. One kid pulls out a little crawdad, and of course Mark says, give me 20 bucks if I eat it. Tom screams out, I'll do it for Dan. Mark looks over at Dan, says, Dan, will I get a parasite? And of course Dan, in his normal verbose fashion, looks at Mark and says, probably.
Happy birthday, Danny.
Happy birthday, Denny. Happy birthday, Den.
Happy 50th.
Dan, happy 50th birthday.
Happy birthday, Dennis.
Oh, okay.
Say it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Dan. Happy birthday, Dan.
I have the greatest story about Dan. One time we went to Vegas, and what happened was we went gambling, and